The big jobs gamble is the cornerstone of a state budget that critics say offers little else for those who need it most.
It had a familiar ring. He wants jobs and we all want growth.
This unprecedented Jobs Accelerator package is about incentivising the engine room of the South Australian economy. We want to turbocharge it.
People work in South Australia when our economy is growing, and our economy has ground to a halt.
The best we can hope for is a meagre 1% jobs growth into the foreseeable future. With this budget coming so late, many annual fees and charges have already gone up, and much of the budget detail was released well beforehand.
The Treasurer has described some of the measures in this budget as God's work, and heaven knows the state economy could use some divine intervention. South Australia has the highest unemployment rate of any state in the nation, and that's before Holden's expected departure next year.
The budget's own employment forecast has been revised up marginally from a dismal 0.5% and isn't tipped to exceed 1% for the foreseeable future.
This was meant to be a jobs budget, as last year was meant to be a jobs budget, but it has fallen well short.
Well, joining me now for his take on the state budget is the State Opposition Leader, Stephen Marshall. Mr Marshall, Business SA seems very happy with this, saying this is just the jobs budget they were after. Why are you not happy with it?
Well, we think it's a very disappointing budget for the people of South Australia. We have the highest unemployment rate in the entire nation. The budget's come out today. The independent umpire, Treasury's officials, have said that this jobs growth rate is less than half the national growth rate. Now, the Liberal Party would never accept a situation where we were less than half the national growth rate. It's the biggest problem in South Australia, and it's completely unaddressed in this budget.
Okay, if you wouldn't do it this way, how would you do it differently? Would you not spend the money on schools? Do you think a handout to business is the wrong way to do it?
Well, we would obviously like to reduce the overall costs on business. Taxes, fees and charges all went up on the 1st of July. I mean, that's the ridiculous situation. We have the highest unemployment rate in the nation, and Tom Koutsantonis thinks that the way to fix the problems that we've got are to increase the costs on families and increase the costs on business. It hasn't worked for the last 14 years. We have an entrenched situation with the highest unemployment rate in the nation. And that's why we in the Liberal Party have said, let's have this big cash injection back into our economy. Let's put the emergency services levy remission back in place. That's a $360 million stimulus, which the budget could have handled.
So you don't think handing $10,000 to a business to employ a new employee will work? It's not going to create jobs?
Well, look, anything that will create jobs, we will support. But let's be quite serious. The independent umpire, Treasury, have said that the jobs forecast for this budget and this set of policies is actually worse than what they assessed last year's budget at, and we know what that delivered for the people of South Australia.
Stephen Marshall, thank you very much for your time.